Once upon a time, there was a rust-brown rabbit who lived in an ancient castle. The roofs were gone, and the towers tottered. The courtyard was rife with brambles and roses gone as feral as an invading army. The sun shone through the eastern gate in the morning, and he would go out and nibble along the hardy grasses which thrived in the less shaded corners of the parade ground, and wonder at the rotted banners hanging from the walls, and why the world was shaped so. One day, a cream-white knight led a horse through the eastern gate. More an arch, really, hungry as an empty heart and open as loving eyes. It had been many years since anyone had dared to pass, and the rabbit watched, wondering what new shape the world would take now. The horse was beautiful, silvery gray, with leather accoutrements and a riding saddle chased with silver to match its coat. The knight was a woman, aging, but still strong of face, her shoulders high, rolling as she walked, one hand on her sword, the other holding the reins. She drew an axe from her saddle and hacked a path through the brambles, under which the rabbit was wont to run and hide when the hawks circled on the winds overhead. The rabbit followed her, for he was curious. He could not remember a time when there had been a knight in this castle. Only himself, in his long burrow, and the squirrels and rats, who were his distant cousins. The knight looped the reins around some rusty ironwork, patted the horse's neck, and went into the great hall. She touched the dusty trencher tables, stared into the empty fireplaces, and knelt before a shattered throne. All while he watched from beneath a broken bushel basket. She walked the galleries, unseeing, past mouldy portraits and tarnished armor, and pale vines twisting in through the vacant windows. The rabbit, hiding behind the rotten curtains and under decaying furniture. At the end of the long hall was a tower. It gave the rabbit pause. He had some dim understanding of stairs, but they continued past where he could see. He gazed after her disappearing feet and hopped upward after her, making more noise than he would have liked. She circled, avoiding dry rot and shattered wood. Still he followed, ever closer, until they came to the highest part in the tower, and there stood an old canopied bed, aging silk, glowing yellow ivory in the sun through the windows. No one slept there. There were no miracles here, just a lady knight and a tremulous rabbit. The knight turned. "There you are," she said, picking him up and holding him close to her creamy surcoat. She stroked him. "You don't remember, do you, Terracotta? I'm Elena." With those words, he remembered that he had forgotten something important, but even in his memory, he didn't know what it was. She kissed his whiskered face. "The war is over now. I had hoped..." But she didn't finish what she had been about to say. Instead, she carried him down to the courtyard and set him free to race back to his burrow. "Goodbye, my love," she called. And with that, she led her horse back out the eastern gate and rode into the shadows of the evening, and the rabbit keened deep beneath the earth, and remembered when banners had been bright and when the world had been whole.